to open the Board of Assessors meeting today, Wednesday, January 5th, 2022, and it's being taped by the West Bridgewater Cable.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. I will read the state of emergency public access notice. Due to public safety concerns regarding COVID-19 pandemic, this meeting will be open to the public through remote participation only. The meeting will be accessible to the public via audio conferencing capabilities by telephone. If you would like to listen live, please dial 425-436-6392 and enter the access code 604239 to join the teleconference. Please be advised that the chairwoman may not allow questions from the listening public. You do have one appointment this evening for executive session. He's waiting outside. Regarding my report, just announcements and updates. The fiscal 23 budget requests are due January 21st. The board is scheduled to meet and present its budget with the, I'm sorry, that should say BOS, Board of Selectmen, on February 9th at 7:40 p.m. And you're scheduled to make your presentation to the FinCom on February 10th at 8:05 p.m. I have a copy of the budget that I'll go over with you in a minute. The other announcement is the Plymouth County Assessors Association will have its hybrid legislative breakfast on January 28th at the Duxbury Senior Center or via Zoom conference call. You have the usual warrants and bills payable and motor vehicle excise abatements and exemption certificates, monthly motor vehicle warrants, etc. If you will, I put a copy of the budget on your desks with your agenda.
Yep.
And if you will...
John, if I could just clarify, it's not an issue where it's not on the agenda that he's going to be in for executive session, is it?
Executive session, yeah.
It's not an issue where it's not on the agenda?
Well, it's an appellate tax board case, so I believe that you can meet with the representative on that case.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of an informal thing.
Okay.
So your fiscal 23 budget is outlined as I propose it to the board. Elected officials, same as the last couple of years, unless you would like me to modify that. I know you haven't had an increase for a long time.
Haven't had what?
An
No, that's not gonna
increase. The
happen.
board hasn't had an increase for,
I don't think anybody has, have they?
I don't think any of the elected boards or committees or commissions.
I wonder how
have.
long it's been. I know it was that when I,
Since I've been here.
so that's what, 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna happen anytime soon, probably, so.
No.
As you know, my salary is $88,434 now. I put in a 2.5 increase. I don't know what the board is going to do in terms of negotiating for a contract with a new principal assessor, but I plugged that number in. You can always obviously negotiate less.
Right.
But I thought it was prudent to at least budget that amount. The clerical salaries is a 12.26 increase, primarily because I will be recommending to the board that they elevate the principal secretary, Daniela Nilsson, from principal secretary position to head administrative secretary. She's done an outstanding job. She's learned every aspect of the job and then some. And I will put the proposal together for the board, but for budgetary purposes, I wanted to put that figure in.
I would like to just
This
say
evening.
something on behalf of the chair and the board, or as far as I'm concerned, that something like that is most definitely needed, because, you know, the way things go now, I know she does an excellent job, and she has the need and the want to do that, you know, versus just coming in here and try to schlep through the day. Because there's so much going on with that, and, you know, with the limited staff that we have, she does an excellent job. And I think it's, you know, something, it's not a reward, it's saying that, you know, you're learning as you go, and you're learning at a good pace, and there's a lot going on there, and you don't have to be held by the hand. So I think she does an excellent job for the third time, and it's warranted.
I
You know,
agree.
I You took the words out of my mouth, Steve.
Yep.
I can only repeat what you said.
Yeah.
She's an outstanding employee. And I'm
It's just a
lucky.
question of the powers to be, how they read that, what they want to do, because in the past, we've done, maybe not that exact thing, but stuff that parallels, maybe not even parallel, less than that. And because they want level services, level funded and this and that, the political side of it, it doesn't go through, which, really bothers me,
And I did approach Maureen, who is one of the union representatives, Maureen Adams, and I talked to her about it. And I don't want to speak for her, but I did discuss the process about
Right.
making the request and going through the union, and I'm pretty sure
Well, whatever it takes,
she'll have the union support too.
whatever it takes.
All right, so the next item is longevity, which was for the principal assessor, so that's 0 for next year.
Okay.
And training is the same amount, engineering services is the same amount, recording fees is the same amount. Consultant services is increased $7,500. That's for the 3 utility appraisals that we requested last year. It was taken out at the last minute, but I'm putting that back into the request for this year for the same reasons as last year.
Yes.
Web hosting stays the
That
same.
growth and, oh my God, yeah.
Postage is the same. Record preservation is the same. Contractual services is a $700 increase. That's primarily for MLS services, because right now I have a subscription to MLS, which I've been using to do my work, but I won't be here next year, so the board's going to have to.
As far as
Do that
I'm
on their own
concerned, that's
day.
something that's, that's really, that service is second to none as far as our needs, and for the local market area and such, it's really, it's excellent, They've upgraded since the last so many years, MLS, and they provide a lot of stuff, a lot of insight,
Yeah. And we verify the sales deeds that come in every month. We check the
Yeah.
deeds against the MLS.
Yep, that's just one part of it, sure,
And that pays for itself, really.
Yeah.
Office supplies are the same, travel is the same, dues and meetings are the same, annual school is the same, and equipment replacement is the same. And then the payroll sheet is on the second page.
A question.
Yeah.
On the MLS, I know it, would that come on my license now if you're gonna leave? Don't you need a general, either residential or certified appraiser? Remember you had that problem,
Yeah. MLS offers
municipalities?
an assessor's office
Good, yeah.
subscription.
All right,
And that's what,
good, yeah. And
Well,
they should, yeah.
actually, the MLS is only $348 a year. The difference between $348 and $700 is Patriot Properties license. They bump that up a little bit every year. So
Okay.
the other couple $100 is.
But the MLS is, so on the assessing thing, it's a
$348.
discount to the appraiser.
Yeah, it's a very good price.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would ask the board to endorse this so that I can submit it. I know it's not due till the 21st, but I'd like to get it in ASAP.
Make a motion to accept the budget. You have a
Second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Aye.
Thank you.
thanks, John.
You're welcome. What I didn't put on here, I'll put it on the next agenda, is that the annual town report is due to, the annual assessors report for the annual town report is due in February, but,
Is that goes in for the town meeting?
yeah, it's
Do
printed,
that early,
it's
huh?
printed in the book.
That's not until, yeah, okay.
But we have time on that.
Yeah.
All right, I don't have any minutes for your review. So, brings us to the point where a motion to go into executive session would be in order to review applications for abatement, exemption, and classification relative to Purpose 7, Mass General Laws, Chapter 59, Section 60, and to review and discuss strategy of pending appellate tax board cases relative to Purposes 3 and 7, Mass General Laws, Chapter 59, Section 60, because to do so in open session could have a detrimental effect on the board's litigating position, and not to reconvene in open session.
Okay, I'll make a motion to go into executive session for the reasons John just stated, 6:17 PM, and not to reconvene in open session. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You have to conduct a roll call, Madam Chair.
McCarthy, I'm sorry. McCarthy, yes.
Ronco?
Yes.
Smith, yes.